Hi guys, so day 5, back in the office today actually, and it really is a ghost town now. Maybe 1 or 2 people in per team because we've just got skeleton staff at the moment dealing with urgent stuff. I'm in because I've got to deal with something urgent and I'm just kind of collecting my stuff in case I can't come back for another couple of weeks. So definitely a massive change from the beginning of the week. And we've also had updated court guidance to state that now the normal default position is that all hearings will take place remotely, so by telephone or digital or some other means, which I think is the right thing to do, and I think will be largely feasible in respect to the civil and family courts. But there are going to be some circumstances where that's more difficult, the criminal courts for example, when you've got litigants in person who perhaps aren't as able to attend remotely. So I guess those are going to have to be reviewed on a case-by-case basis to determine whether they're important enough to risk the safety of the people involved in order to have them in person. But obviously the normal position now is going to be to have them remotely, which is a massive change from business as usual at the beginning of the week. So we can see how much things have escalated this week. Another issue which I've come across today in my work, as you guys know, I do international personal injury, so I deal with a lot of jurisdictions at the same time, and there's always a cross-border element to my claims. And you'll know if you followed me on Twitter that I've had quite a run of successes recently, which has been great at trial and at settlement meetings and stuff, which has been brilliant. But normally what happens is when you agree a figure, it then takes 2 or 3 weeks for the monies to actually be paid. So we agreed a figure on all of these various settlements and good results at trial, and now that monies are actually being paid in, the exchange rate is totally different and much worse. So the figure we agreed in a currency at the time was very favourable at the time, but now 3 weeks later when the money's come to be paid in, much less favourable. So yeah, that's the issue. You know, it's okay if you're the paying party, but when you're the person being paid, it's massively detrimental under current circumstances. So that's just another satellite consequence of this that I didn't really think about at the beginning of the week. I was just pleased that all of that stuff was out of the way actually before all this happened. I was thinking, what a relief, I've had those trials, I've had those settlement meetings, and I'm not trying to organise those now and they're not having to be postponed, but actually there's still a negative impact on what's actually happened on the ones that I have settled, because clients are not getting as much compensation as they would have done if the monies had been paid in 3 weeks ago. And that's just one of those things, there's nothing we can do about that, we can't control that, but it's just showing really what a negative effect this is having generally. I mean, there's a possibility that the exchange rate might go up again, and we have to just speak to our clients and see what they want to do about that. But basically it's difficult, basically not a great situation, and when you're dealing with large settlements, you know, even a small fluctuation in the exchange rate can make a huge difference to the ultimate amounts of compensation that people are receiving. So just negative consequences all around, and I really hope that this isn't going to last very long. So yeah, that's the update from today. Back in again tomorrow. I'm going to be working from home tomorrow, so that's going to be the last day of the diaries, and I'm going to do a little bit of a work from home video and talking about how I'm coping with that and what I'm doing and what my setup is. And then I've got an Instagram live on Monday, as I mentioned yesterday. We weren't able to get our special guest on today, unfortunately, but you know, understandable under the circumstances. But if you're very bored of seeing my face and my face alone, then luckily I've got a partner on Monday, so please check in 7 PM on Monday to my Instagram to hear from Theodora about her life as a barrister. So yeah, that's it for today pretty much. Ghost town pretty much sums up today. I'll be back in again tomorrow.